Hello, it's Tamara Hunter, and today is day number 252 of 365 Days of Awesome. Celebrate success through service. And I am going to talk to you about a few things. First of all, yes, there's still an elephant in my room. And some of you know what that means, and some of you don't. However, I am declaring that yes, there is still an elephant in my room. What does that mean? It means that life happens. No matter how much we work and we're working on towards one thing, sometimes life's going to happen and those elephants show up. I've had one showing up and it has been causing some destruction. It's been causing some changes, and it has also created possibly some misunderstanding. And that is why I am coming to you all now live, just to explain. The elephant in my room is, I'm sure you all understand, a metaphor. It is representing something that's been happening in my own family. I don't talk about my family much. I talk about some of my family history. However, I don't talk about my current family much. Many people are like that. However, there's a lesson to be learned, and I'm thinking that I'm being a bit selfish, not sharing. And also, yes, I do believe that there could be some misunderstandings. So I am going to explain. I have an elephant living in my room. And that elephant possibly at times thinks that they may be hiding in the newspaper or in the wallpaper or in whatever kind of paper, because my elephant that's living in the room is a family member with severe dementia. It was an unplanned situation. It was a danger situation. And what do? You do what I've always done, and that is open up my home for this family member that needed a temporary situation to be safe, to then be put into a safe environment. It has lasted a lot longer than I thought. And I thought that I would be able to attend certain events. I thought I would be able to be out there more. However, it is more important for this person to be safe. It is more important for this person to be taken care of. And in some ways, to feel as though they, you know anything about what happens when an older individual gets dementia? They start going back into a childhood state. They are an adult with a childhood mind. So yes, I've been dealing with someone that's ran away. I've been dealing with locked rooms. I've been dealing with social workers and decisions and a lot of tough things. And I know I'm not the only one, but I'm coming to you all because, I know that I have been out there and saying that, I am running for the next impactor, and an impactor needs to be able to impact. And I believe that it is important for people to understand that life happens. When you hear 3 words, you have cancer, that doesn't mean your life stops. You run for the next impactor, it doesn't mean your life stops. You have a wonderful event take place in your family, it doesn't mean your life stops. That elephant may still come and share a room. That elephant may be in your room. And I am explaining this because of the fact that I really wanted to be somewhere today, and I seriously wanted to support one of my friends, and I wasn't able to because I couldn't find proper care. And I am publicly saying to that friend, I'm sorry I wasn't there. I really wanted to be there. I have worked out to be able to go to a couple of events over the next couple of days and or the next week. And it's been a matter of basically getting help and having to work on schedules. So why am I sharing this with everybody? It's to say, you know what, no matter what, you need to be able to take care of what is the most important thing first. And in this case, it was the elephant that is in my room, because it's a matter of life and safety. Those are choices that we need to make. Now, have I still been out there doing a lot of stuff? Have I still been active? Absolutely. I don't believe in taking and making excuses and then not doing something. No. If it is the truth and I can't do something because it is this big of a situation, then that is the case. So I wanted to publicly go live today and say, you know what, I'm sorry I wasn't able to be there for that friend, that you will see me over the next couple of days and then in a week at a couple of things. I also want to talk about what's going on with Chemo Buddies for Life, because Chemo Buddies for Life, I'm running for the next impactor. Many of you know that. Many of you have been tagged. Many of you have been asked to vote. And I appreciate every one of those votes. Keep voting. It is so important to keep voting. Even though currently, yes, I am in number one, that doesn't mean that I'll stay in number one if we don't keep this up. And part of being an impactor is keeping the momentum going, finding ways to infuse energy, finding ways to make it fun, finding ways to get people to get behind you and say, I believe, I see that there is a need, I am willing to spend a few moments and vote. It's not that hard. However, each and every vote is so appreciated. And so I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that is supporting Team Tamara, which is really, truly Team Chemo Buddies for Life in this quest. Now, here comes the confusion that some have been asking about. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, my dear friend Jeremiah Knight. Thank you. Mwah. I appreciate you so very much, and I appreciate your vote daily, because you know what it is, and you and I have talked about this so many times, Jeremiah. We have had these discussions. You know what it is that we are doing and how we are changing the world one buddy at a time, in healing through connections within our buddies network. In that, it is so important. And yes, thank you. You know, I appreciate that. And yes, Team Sharon Nichols Ward. You're going to make me cry. For those that don't know, Team Sharon Nichols Ward is my senior ambassador that passed the hour after I was chosen to be the in the top 50 of the next impactor. And she had worked with me for the last year and had convinced me to join the next impactor for Chemo Buddies for Life. And now she's very involved in miracles that are happening. And I appreciate that, Carol. Thank you, Carol, one of our newest ambassadors for Chemo Buddies for Life. I appreciate you so very much. I do. All of our volunteers. And I am running truly on the platform of being the figurehead, the executive director and co-founder of Chemo Buddies for Life, that we are healing through connections, that we have a community. Community is ever so important for those people that have heard you have cancer. Now, let's make it clear. It's for those people that have heard you have cancer as the patient, and for those people that have heard you have cancer as the support buddy. Ever so important. And yes, well, I appreciate you too, Jeremiah. I do truly. And yes, Carol, Team Sharon Nichols Ward. Jeremiah, do you know that every morning Carol had coffee with Sharon? And Carol, I haven't announced it yet, but I will now. We are going to start a coffee club over on Chemo Buddies page. It's what Sharon and I had been planning for a while. And I didn't do the image, I didn't save images for it, but we have a store. I don't know if a lot of people know we do. And we have these awesome coffee mugs. So what we are going to start doing is having a monthly coffee mug that's featured that you can get really like for cost, so that you can have a Chemo Buddies image and have coffee with us for the coffee club. It's going to be fun. You know, I believe in having fun. You're going to do it fun. Do it, and so that it brings emotions and inspiration, humor, hope, and heart. Yes, Yahoo! Yes, I know she's giggling, right? Can't you hear it? I can, absolutely. So, let's keep going. I wanted to say to everybody that yes, you know, I've had this elephant in the room and I've been having to take care of things. However, I have some help for the elephant in the room, and the elephant will be safe tomorrow and Sunday because of family and friends that are going to help me, and so that I can go and support one of my new friends that is helping, that has come out publicly to say that he is behind Chemo Buddies for Life. And thank you, inspirational. You know, Sharon is inspirational. Chemo Buddies for Life is inspirational. And I don't know about many here, but I know without a doubt that Les Brown and Les Brown Jr., they are inspirational. Did you catch his show with me the other day? He is publicly coming out to say that he believes in the Buddies Network. He believes in healing through connections. He knows what it's like to hear those 3 words as a 14-year-old son when his father was diagnosed with cancer. He remembers it. If you watched that show, you saw his face like I did, and he was recalling from his unconscious memories that moment in time. He remembered, just like I remember when I heard it for the very first time in my family from my grandfather, who was my hero in life. I heard it, and he passed of it. And then next I heard it from my brother. We were in our 20s, and he was diagnosed with a pretty aggressive cancer. However, he lived. Thank goodness. Then the next one was my daughter. She was diagnosed at 19. I was a mother. Hearing those words, and deer in the headlight took place. I remember. Next was me. I was diagnosed. And you know what? I laughed about that one. That was the easiest one to hear, in truth. And then last, my mother. And we only heard the diagnosis, the confirmation of the diagnosis, a few days before she passed. Yet she had been in pain for years, or for a year, and a really bad one. And oh, thank you for all of the hearts and the prayers and everything. And Swampy, hello, Kent Glade Swampy, you are awesome. And red glasses are the bomb. Yes, his red glasses, his leader lenses, those are so much fun. So I am going to be going down to this event, which is the powerfulyou.com experience in LA. And I'm going to be supporting Les Brown Jr. and a few of my friends are down there. And I am so excited about it. And Christopher, hi, you know, I think you are awesome. This is Christopher, guys, Christopher Kaysen, and he is one of the next Impactor challenge contestants, and he's awesome. If you guys haven't watched his video and found out about him, you want to, because you know what? He's one of my favorites. I just absolutely adore him. I can't wait to meet him sometime. Can't wait to meet you sometime. And you know what? Thank you. You know what? We're all staying strong together. I love my ambassadors. I love my volunteers. I love our community. I am so proud to represent us, Chemo Buddies for Life, and the Service Heroes. I'm so proud to do it. And it just thrills me. And so I wanted to explain a few things, though, because there's been some confusion. Okay, the obvious things that are pretty easy. Okay, I mean, pretty easy and yet not, okay, for those that are tuning in right now, I started off talking about the elephant that's living in my room. And I came out with total disclosure that it's one of my family members. I'm not going to say who, but one of my family members that has severe dementia that, due to safety reasons, had to come to my home for a while in transition to find the very best situation for this person. And so I haven't been able to be out there and supporting a lot of my friends. I haven't been able to be out there representing our community. I haven't been out there to, when I have been asked, especially by a dear friend, to go to something where I was going to get to learn, and it was a gift. And I haven't been open enough about this, and I wanted to share that life happens even when you're running for the next impactor. When you're doing cool stuff, life is still going to happen, and you got to find a way to navigate through it, to take care of the things that you need to take care of. So I've had to make some tough choices, and I couldn't find anybody today to be here with this family member, so I wasn't able to go out there to this gift. And I just wanted to publicly say thank you to this friend, and say, and also to avoid, if you will, hard feelings, because not knowing, sometimes people will, it's easy to kind of say, well, wait a minute, because I am so out there. I know it. I go live all the time, guys. You know that. And I'm sure I'll find some service heroes, and I'll find stories to tell. So I will be live. And I don't want anybody to misunderstand what's going on. So, yes, I still have an elephant in the room, yet I have been, what do? You find a toolbox and you have to start working it. And when the elephant is breaking things up, you have to figure out, how do I take care of things? So I've always believed in putting together teams. That's what I'm doing. Ask any of my team members on any of the teams within Chemo Buddies for Life. That's what I do. So it was a surprise for me. I didn't have any prep time before this family member had to come due to safety reasons, but now I've had a little time. So now I'm starting to put together a team, so I'm able to, on a limited basis still, but I'm able to at least get out. So I will be going tomorrow and Sunday down to LA, and then I'm going to be going and joining and seeing some of my friends down there, Les Brown Jr., Tamara Lennon, Teresa Snyder, I believe, is there, and some of my others may be dropping by, or I may see. I'm not sure, because I didn't know I was going to be able to go until just a little bit ago. You know what? Thank you, Swampy. I hope you don't mind me saying, Swampy. He actually, watch his Service Hero show. Watch Kent's Service Hero show. He does actually go by Swampy. And so it's not like I'm calling him a name. It's what he goes by. And there's a reason for it. Check it out, because he's all about saving the earth. Thank you for your mission. All right. So, and thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's talk, because I am getting some feedback from some of my people that people are confused, and I don't want anybody to be confused. That's the last thing I want. So communication is key. So we're going to be communicating to a point where it will almost feel like we're over communicating, which is an okay thing in my book. Okay, so for the next impactor, what is happening with it is there are multiple aspects. You see me daily asking for a vote. That's one of the easier things. And we are really fortunate in Team Tamara that right now, and with your votes and with your continued votes, we will continue to be in the first place. This is only a portion of what is happening, because an impactor, to change the way things are done, it needs to be difficult. It needs to be multifaceted. It needs to have a lot of moving pieces, because that's the way things work in life, guys. It certainly does. So, with that said, so vote. We've already covered the vote. Next, there are teams. I am on Team Todd. There's 5 teams. Put my hand there. 5 teams. I am on Team Todd. Now, the idea here is teamwork. And what we are doing for our teamwork is we are to support a nonprofit. Now, it could not be a nonprofit that any of us are involved with. So it couldn't be Chemo Buddies for Life that we would be supporting. That wouldn't work within the rules of the challenge. So we were told, and I'm using this, donate today. You can always donate for Chemo Buddies for Life too. Wink, wink. But we were told to find a nonprofit that we could support and find donations, find if they had items that they needed to support them. So we, Team Todd, found the Fusion Project. This is where some confusion is starting to take place, and I want to make it clear. That is, Chemo Buddies for Life is my nonprofit. Tamara Hunter, I am the co-founder. I'm one of 2. My buddy and I, my original buddy and I, because I give her credit because it's based on our buddiness, buddyship, us being buddies, being Chemo Buddies for Life. And she's not involved. It's been grueling. I've been doing this for 2 years, and it's a lot, and it wasn't something that she could really, due to health reasons and such, she gave total blessings. However, it was something she wasn't going to be able to keep going. Okay, so let's go back. I am running as the next impactor, and my platform is Chemo Buddies for Life. Now, to win the team challenge, or within this team challenge and donation, Team Tamara needs to really make this happen, needs to support the Fusion Project. Everything's always backwards. Okay, so, okay, yes, okay. It's been a long day. All right, so the Fusion Project, that is what I now have some of my ambassadors going out there and representing, and we are having a lot of luck. How buddyful. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so the Fusion Project, it is about young girls. It's an after-the-school program that currently is in the Chicagoland area. However, it is going to go national at some point. That is the idea. It is duplicatable completely. And the idea is to work with these young girls in junior high, the after-school program for them. And then the leaders are a lot of high school kids, wink, wink. So they're learning leadership skills. And then it's overseen by adults. And it's learning how to have self-esteem and good body image, not to be willing to be bullied or to become a bully, not to hurt themselves, and to learn to have positive and healthy choices. And what's most important, one of the most important things to me, is to be able to recognize if they are being marked for possibly being taken and never being able to go back home and being put into sex trafficking. It's happening in every zip code in the United States and throughout the world. Do not think it won't happen anywhere that you may be affiliated with, like here in the United States. It is happening. And so we need to combat it. And this program is one that the founder worked long and hard to find tangible, worked with the university, has something that's actually tangible, that is working, and is now has social proof that it's working, and has actually, there are girls that are saying that they opened their eyes and they were able to see that they were currently at that time being marked, and they were able to talk about it, tell about it, get it taken care of, and not be taken. That's huge. And it's happened more than once. That's huge. It's something I can get behind. And you know what? The other thing I can get behind is that cancer happens a lot of times because of stress in the body. And there's a lot of other reasons, and this is only one, but it happens because of stress. And if we can help to teach this next generation not to be so stressed out, to love themselves, to become leaders, to encourage them, and to help to help them through junior high and high school, so then they even have things on their resume for college. It is incredible. Well, let me tell you what's happening. I'm going to be having my some of my ambassadors come on another show with me, and you're going to be hearing a lot about this because the time has been extended to the end of July. And we now have items that have been donated, and we are going to be able to share with you what they are. Jewelry from 2 different sources now for pretty parties. We have a verbal commitment for a large donation, in which we should be getting that check this next Wednesday. We have a lot more. However, we need more. And my team has been calling about and has been reaching out about the Fusion Project. And they're like, wait a minute, I'm interested in Team Tamara. I'm interested in Chemo Buddies. Well, the way that Chemo Buddies and Team Tamara is going to win, one team will win. And then one person of the whole 50 will win the whole event. Well, if you haven't figured it out, wink, wink, we're in it to win it. However, we're in it to help all of the other contestants also, because to win it, yes, it is that one person that's going to be crowned the first next impactor. However, just like some of these singing shows, sometimes the person that gets the number 1 slot maybe doesn't end up becoming, winning what they're supposed to win. I am opening up to what is meant to happen for Chemo Buddies for Life, because I know it will. Team Sharon Nichols-Ward is helping to make that happen. And many, 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 many others are. So I wanted to just make it be known that the Fusion Project, right here, and Chemo Buddies for Life, right there. Okay, yes, I'm challenged here. They, right now, think of it as an equal sign. I'm joining the two, not that they're going to share money. No. What it is that by gaining the donations and the items, and we have items, we're looking for more things for the pretty parties. We're looking for makeup, and we're looking for clothing, shoes. This is Chicago. These people can, these girls, to feel good, they're junior high kids, and we want age appropriate items. We're looking for art supplies and paper, school type supplies, things, journals, diaries, anything like that. We are looking for that. Staples, Michaels, Target, Walmart. Individual gift cards would be great, and sponsorship from these organizations, really great. So that is what is going on, and I hope that this has cleared up some confusion. If it continues, that's fine. We're going to be talking about it more. But the Fusion Project and Chemo Buddies for Life are very much involved. Now I'm going to talk about one more thing, and that is next weekend, my first nomination for an award. And I've been able, I can't go for the full event because I wasn't able to work out the elephant in the room being taken care of, but I am able to now go for a part of the event, and I'll be going for the awards night. I was nominated by Mark Rowe of Soul Central Magazine for his night, the nonprofit Go Global or Stay Home Project, for Unsung Heroes Award. And I really wanted to go to this and be there, and I get to. So if anybody is in the Las Vegas area and wants to join me, get a hold of me. I'd love to have you there and share this moment with you, because I'm excited about this. I really am. So I'm going to end on this, and that is, we need people to vote on YouTube. And I'm going to have one, I'm going to start, I didn't get it prepared today, but I'm going to start having, in fact, if you're watching or when you watch, please hashtag live or hashtag replay. Go to your YouTube on your phone, go to the next Impactor Challenge, and there's 3 challenges I want you to go and watch. Challenge number 1, challenge number 2, and challenge number 3. And I want you to go support Team Todd. If you want to watch any others, that's great. Please do. However, please, 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 we are lagging. We need to be in number 1 for Team Tamara to win. And we are seriously not. So oh, Christopher, I'm so glad you're here still. Thank you for being here. So what we are looking for is for people to pull out your phone and go watch these videos. Comment, tell us what you like, and put a thumbs up and subscribe. Let Lauren Harris and Jeff Levine know that they got love, that people like this program that they've developed, because people like Christopher, I just think you're awesome. You are awesome. I'm so proud of you. So proud of this guy. So proud. So YouTube, that's one thing. Another thing is purpose-driven PR. I am still live right now with this. So this is, you need to sign up for this, Christopher. Seriously, you could learn so much, because right now, all of the segments, there's 25 segments that one of the best PR people from Southern California, yes, wink, wink, she works with the stars. She works with the who's who. She's been doing this for years. And she interviewed 25 people. And right now, that content is free, all 25. And there's giveaways. I just so happen to be one of them. She interviewed me on what I'm doing with the movement and cause marketing, and how when you're at the tail end of the baby boomers and you didn't have any digital experience, how are you running a nonprofit that's based on digital platform? Good question. That's what we talked about. And that if I can do it, you can too. Anybody that's watching that, if you have got it in your mind that you want to do it, you can do it. Anybody can do whatever you truly believe you can do. Right, Christopher? I love the thumbs up. I do. I love it. And thank you for hashtag live. Awesome. All right. So YouTube, purpose-driven PR. So all you do is put your name and email address. It's free. 25 segments. They're half an hour, and it's up to a certain date, and then they're going to go away. And you get a free gift. Like mine, it's a downloadable PDF. So, I mean, so they're real things. Some might be some time with someone. And these are people throughout the world, and they are really significant individuals. So there's a lot to be learned. Thank you. That's very good. You know, and I really want you to go in there and learn. There's some people I think you're really going to connect with, especially with what it is that you're doing with photography and video and everything. There's some good people and some good stuff there, Christopher. So good. I'm glad. Good. Now, let me see. Did I get everything? I do believe I did. Just to let you guys know that when my volunteers are talking to you about the Fusion Project and they're talking about sponsoring girls, this is what the amounts are. $40 for a month $240 for a semester and $480 for a year. And we've been doing it in lumps because they've got so many schools that are currently up and going, and then they are looking to open up more of them. Yes, it is interesting, and I know you're going to get value out of it. I have no doubt. I wouldn't be telling you this if I felt that it was at all that you wouldn't. You will. And then share it with your friends that I think that you think would get something from it. Let's share it, because right now she's a really, if you start checking into who she is, Kelly Bennett is, you'll realize she's been on my show a couple times. Go watch the shows and see, especially her Service Hero show. You'll see what it is that she's done. And there were people watching it and they're like, you were the PR person, or you put that together, and they remember it. Big stuff. So, so thank you for doing that. And I'm thanking you really because I'm thanking you for yourself too, because I know you'll get a lot out of it. And I wanted to say my dear, but I'm not going to say that. But you know what? I think you're cool. All right. Well, I'm going to be going to run here soon. Good night to you, Swampy. You are amazing. Just absolutely love your mission. Love you, and service hero that you are. And I'm glad that you've been connecting with our other service hero in your neck of the woods, our dear David. Love him too. All right. So as we close up tonight, I wanted to just say that you will be seeing me live over the next few days, next couple days, actually at an event, and it will be at this one. And then after that, the next weekend, it will be this one. And yes, we still have the elephant living in the room, but you know what? When you have an elephant in the room, you can make it. You don't have to let it be destructive like those other pictures. You can always make it the best situation that you can, and you can always learn from it. And what I've been learning from it is this, that life happens, and you always need to be able to take care of those people that mean something to you. And if that means you need to change things up and things get a little messy and disruptive, however, you're doing it for the right reasons with love, unconditional love, and taking care of someone's safety and their well-being, sometimes you got to make some choices. However, you don't have to change everything. You just may have to modify it. Like that elephant probably wasn't so excited to be on that ball at first, but you know it, you get used to it, you start working with it, and then you find a way to enjoy it. And that's the way I like to look at life, because life is going to happen, and that's one of the things that continually is taught to me. And I want to be able to continually teach it, or not teach it, just share it openly with all of you, and to let my one friend know today that I am sorry I wasn't able to be there. If I would have been, I would have been. If I could have been, I would have been. I couldn't. But I truly appreciated the gift and the offer. So thank you. So as we close, day number 252. I can't even believe how many shows have done now. 252 of 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. Thank you, my friends, for coming and joining me tonight. Thank you, my friends, for coming and joining me in replay. Please hashtag and also go sign up. Take advantage. I'm going to say it. Take advantage. Enjoy. In appreciation and gratitude. Sign up. There you go. That's better said. Sign up for Kelly Bennett's purpose-driven PR. And then go out there, and then if you see something that says, oh, Jody needs to hear this, or Mary needs to hear this, or someone, and you know that it might be something that I wouldn't know that they need. And if you do, Christopher or someone else does, share it with them. Let them know that they can access this right now. And this is information that many people probably, to hire Kelly, let's just say she's kind of out of my price range. And I know that she's doing this because she cares. And so I am grateful for my friends. I am grateful for the lessons that I'm learning from my elephant in the room. I am grateful for the next impactor and for Kelly Brent Bennett and the purpose driven PR. I'm grateful for those that will vote, wink, wink, for the YouTube or go and watch YouTube, those that are voting for the next impactor, those that are donating and will donate for the Fusion Project, which remember equals Chemo Buddies for Life, and those that are going to support the fact that I'm going to Vegas for my first nomination for an award, the Unsung Heroes Award. Thank you, Mark Rowe. I appreciate you so very much. So go out there, make it a TGIF, wonderful evening, what's left of it, and then even a more spectacular tomorrow, Saturday. I will be going live, and you never know who I'll be going live with, because I don't either, but I'm so excited for it. It should be fun. I know it will be. So join me. See you guys later. Bye.